Journalism is extremely crucial at this time in our society because data is such an integral part of everything we do. Um, Essentially, if you don't use data to drive journalistic research these days, I think you are at risk of not properly conveying your story in an accurate sense. Um, I've read some really fascinating, really in depth investigative journalist articles um, that were extremely data driven, and they're in the New York Times. There's one on homelessness in New York City that uses a lot of data to back up their claims, and then using that data, they are able to go and find people to research on the topic and really open some doors that were not easily opened beforehand, before data was a crucial part of journalism. And I think that it'd be stupid for journalists to not access data to research their topics and back up their articles and back up their claims. I do think that there is kind of a learning curve with data in a journalistic sense because not everybody knows how to access the data properly, and not everyone knows how to analyze it properly. And I think one way to get around that is to find ways and incentives to, like Aaron mentioned, bring people who aren't necessarily journalists into the newsroom and use their skills to kind of hone in on what research they need to investigate their articles more properly. And I think one way to do this is just to start a conversation between journalists and people who are capable of analyzing data in a meaningful way. And maybe journalists just need more education on data in general so they can openly communicate with people who are doing that as their career. But I think it's absolutely crucial in a newsroom environment in a journalistic sense to be able to access data and analyze data and use it for research articles and any kind of news at this point, because otherwise it would just be unnecessary research otherwise.